Hello, Cardano. William Vincent Carlton here, and I am here to give you a closeout report on my product that I created through the Project Catalyst program. So I see there's some questions and answers that we need to get done here, and I have a few things prepared for you. So just to give you an overview, I had submitted a project called Books for Blocks, and this was a project that I was very excited about in early summer of 2021. I put in a submission for Fund 4. It didn't get selected, but it did for Fund 6, which I'm very happy about. And now we're wrapping it. So I finished two books. And the first one was done in December, and the second one was done at the end of January, beginning of February. Both of them were typewritten on Southworth paper on an old typewriter. This one right here from 1949. An old typing machine. So I cranked out those books. I put them through OmniPage, which is a program that scans the pages really well. And it's expensive, so it's part of the proposal that I put in for the $600. Included this Brother ADS 1200, which is a scanner. And then the other part of this is right here. It's the OmniPage. So as you can see here, it's pretty hard to see, but it recognizes the text and then brings it over. So you'll see from the typewritten pages here that you receive a Word document that looks somewhat similar, but it's not exact. In other words, you'll see here that there's some images of illustrations in the top right corner, and then they come over here in the document in the top right. You'll also see things here in the top left that may not be necessary. These are timestamps. What you're seeing is a complete reproduction of my typewritten pages. And so I didn't have a chance to edit all of this. I'm going to leave that to Chris Baird. Sorry. To someone, in Cardano. Because the typewritten pages, once they're done, for me, I have to move on. As an artist, it's really a struggle for me to edit. So for the future, what I would love to have on board with someone to work with me, if we're going to be doing memoirs for, say, Charles Hoskinson or additional fiction, or if we're going to be doing comics, I'd really like someone who's familiar with editing and presentation for setting up the design of these books to put them in people's hands so that they look nice and neat. I would love that. It's not something I'm interested in doing, but I hope that others would be, and that we would pay them adequately for their work, because it's hard work and it's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of dedication to write a book, but it's enjoyable. I don't necessarily enjoy editing. Anyway, enough of that. So you got a book, two books actually. I posted the links in my closeout report, but just to give you some overview here, the challenges with the KPIs, we were looking for a way to globally adopt communities with Cardano, and especially in Africa. And I thought to myself, okay, how can I do this? And the best way to do this is to create a manual that serves the community centers. So I think of like the old Hard Rock Cafe where people came in, famous musicians, and they gave memorabilia to the Hard Rock, which they would then put up on the walls. I imagine something like that with these books. I think it would be fun to say, hey, this was done early on, it was done with faith and done with love. I made $1 for this. I made $1 for this entire Fund 6 project. It was a $600 proposal, and I'm never going to do that again, because the average advance for a writer that's a seasoned writer like myself is between 30 to 60K. And so that's what I'm going to be asking for the projects moving forward, because it's a lot of work. And not everyone can do this. In fact, very few people can write a book on a typewriter. Just giving a little pat on my back. Anyway, it's good. It's good to give a pat on the back for hard work. So we made it. I hope you enjoy the book. I wrote it with love. I illustrated it with love. I put everything into it that I could give, my entire heart, because I love Cardano. And Cardano has made my life manageable when it shouldn't have been. So I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to Chris Baird for having a conversation with me as we got to the point of concluding this. And Chris, thank you directly. Thank you for everything that you did and for speaking with me. I'm grateful to you. So I'm going to summarize. Everything was done. I'm giving you the books now and putting in for Fund 8. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff. Stuff on video games, stuff on video production, stuff on live streaming, stuff on music even if you want. I can do all of it. And I love doing all of it. And I want to do all of it. for Cardano and the community and our future. So let's keep going. Let's stay positive, and let's love one another. It's most important. Love, okay? It's really, really important. And just being receptive, being open. This is the feedback that I have for people. Remember that life is a boomerang. You get what you give. You know, it's really important to understand that. So we want to have a fair game of catch. We want to go back and forth. We want to see growth, and we want to see people happy and peaceful, you know, most of all. So that's what I hope to contribute. I hope I've done that. I hope that I know for sure it's in the words and in the illustrations. So I hope you love it. Thanks for listening. It's been a long message, but it's an important one. And we're in touch, and you'll see more from me coming into Fund 8. Cheers.